TenZ and Sentinels secured their spot in the Challengers Finals, and also wrote a new chapter in one of the most exciting rivalries brewing in North America. Sentinels swept TenZ's former team Cloud9 Blue aside, and they may have to do it again on the road to Masters 2.
This would be a 1v3 for him, but not gonna happen! Bulls on parade! Sick finds the final kill. Sentinels in 3 maps are your champions of Challengers number 2.
TenZ, one of NA's best players, was the first player signed to the Cloud9 VALORANT roster last year. But despite TenZ performing well individually, Cloud9 struggled to perform as a team. They finished dead last in their group in the JBL Quantum Cup, and bowed out early in the first strike qualifiers.
All he has is this turret to work with. Can Mitch clutch this one out? Both players are going to be to the left side. One's by the default box, but no! Instead, it's player 1 who picks up the kill, and TenZ win the game.
This led to TenZ stepping away from professional play to pursue a career in content creation. After a few months of retirement, TenZ made a surprising return. Sentinels desperately needed a replacement player right before VCT Masters 1, and TenZ stepped in as a loanee. Despite only being on the team for a few days, his stellar performance helped Sentinels win the event, and the team only dropped a single map. Sentinels seemed like an unstoppable team, but they soon found trouble in VCT Stage 2.
They're down a player, health bars are low. Will looking to spray through the smoke, taking some damage in response. Bjor on the flank, finds one. The defuse now being stuck by Shazam. No, he's forced to hop off. The kills will come through, and there it is. BBG first across the finish line, and they dethrone the NA Kings.
Not only did they dethrone them, bro, they absolutely blasted them.
Sentinels crashed out of the Stage 2 Challengers 1 qualifiers, leaving them just one more chance to qualify for the Challengers Finals in the Challengers 2 tournament. Sentinels looked like they had completely lost their groove in their first match against Sandbox. Sentinels were sent spiraling down to the losers bracket after a quick 2-0, even though TenZ finished the series with 45 kills and dominated in Haven.
Zom still all wrapped up here with the Spectre, but he's gonna have to answer to 7. That's gonna do it. Ambox will take down the Titans and send them to the losers bracket in 2-0 fashion.
It was do or die for Sentinels against T1 in the lower bracket, but an incredible performance by Sick kept the team alive and in the tournament. Sick went full Battle Sage in the final 2 maps of the series and led the team in kills on both maps.
Dapper's going to use the Hunter's Fury to deny the lockdown. Here comes the retake attempt to try to stave off elimination. T1 down to 2. It's Skadoodle. He falls. Last one's on him, but he's found himself a double. 1v2 now. Still needs to get the defuse. Moving quickly. Tries to toggle with the snake blade, comes over the top, and Zoms again for the final kill, and Sentinels move on.
After that, it was time for TenZ to take the reins. In the next series against Immortals, he put on an amazing display and dropped 45 kills in total.
Just dashing in with the frenzy. Zoms is here to try to hold off. TenZ is still alive, and they hold back the rotation.
The shorty can still go big. 76 HP, has to go for chemicals, but chemicals still get the kill. Shazam and TenZ both collecting some. The sidearms are working, Sully. The sidearms are working. Rossi still down to 39 HP. Goes down to 10.
Not like this.
Remaining.
Chemicals 1v3. Spike is down all the way on the open. Curveball in. Cage covers up. TenZ just trying to shoot through.
Shorty. It's a shorty.
His insane plays with Jet made it impossible for Immortals to survive, and it was clear Sentinels were not ready to go home.
Traded out by TenZ and Sentinels. Their road of redemption has finally led them into Challengers playoffs.
TenZ was not finished slaughtering his way through the lower bracket and got his revenge on Ambox in round 3 of the lower bracket. He ended the series with a whopping 54 kills and especially dominated on Split, where he dropped 30 kills.
Wasting very vital time. On the ropes is Sick, but the real ones on the ropes are Ambox, and a knockout punch from the Sentinels. It sends Ambox home.
After smashing through NRG in the lower bracket final, it was the match everyone had been waiting for. Sentinels going up against Cloud9 in a match coined the TenZ Bowl. VALORANT fans everywhere were excited to see TenZ face off against his former team, and if he was expected to show mercy, he quickly put any fears of that to bed. TenZ dropped 60 kills across 3 maps and maintained an average damage rating of 180 per round. Cloud9 couldn't handle his firepower, whether he was using Reyna or Jet, and Sentinels cruised to a 3-0 victory.
Now down to a 2v3.
Smoke comes on just in time to block out TenZ's LOS there. Dapper holds on for a long time. There it is. Even dashing in. Classic at the ready, and that's TenZ, baby.
And even when TenZ slightly struggled on split, Sick immediately picked up the slack by almost dropping a 30 bomb in the final match of the series.
Sick, even though he's fault line, still finds a kill. Shazam gets a read. The lockdown, though, in play. Already halfway to fuse. Looking for the full stick. Sick will clutch things up.
Sentinels' incredible win against Cloud9 secured their spot in the Challengers Finals, but their work is not over yet. The top 8 North American teams will face off in the Challengers Finals, and only the top 2 will make it to the first international Valorant event, Masters Reykjavik. If Sentinels want to win another major trophy, they'll need to make it through a few familiar faces and a new challenge in the form of Version 1. Version 1 recently parted ways with Player 1, which means the team will need a new player on their roster going into the Challengers Finals. Sentinels will have to adapt to the new composition, which will be difficult in an already stacked tournament. Sentinels will then face either 100 Thieves or Anbox if they beat Version 1 in the first round, which is a tough challenge in either scenario. First Strike champions 100 Thieves have recently returned to their champion form, and Anbox beat Sentinels once in Challengers 2. And of course the script may involve Sentinels going up against Cloud9 once again in the grand final of Challengers. From CSGO to streaming to Valorant, back to streaming and then back to professional play, TenZ has already had a roller coaster career at just 19 years old, and now he's caught up in one of the most exciting storylines in Valorant history. All eyes will be on him this week. Will TenZ put his old team to the sword once again? Let us know what you think in the comments down below.